becomes something else. You know, and that's just the intent of sin versus, you know, grace. That was the point.
And the more you grow in this thing, it's like you shouldn't fuck up the Day of Atonement, you know?
Yeah.
The more you grow in this thing,
like
you know?
the Feast of Unleavened Bread, it's like, come on.
Like if you're a little baby in this truth, it's like, I understand, but if you're full grown, I understand all the prophecies and all of that, and your ass backsliding and, you know, going off on the Day of Atonement, you know, that's reprobate.
But behavior, right? After a little while, you learn, like, okay, I know this fast is not like a regular fast time of the year, so this one, I'm gonna kind of set myself up for success. You know, that I can keep it the right way, but without putting myself in a hospital to do it. Like the Feast of Unleavened Bread that week, you know, at the last minute, you just go, okay, I'm gonna cut it off. But once you've been in it for a while, you start getting rid of it, like getting it all the way out the house. Whoever got it in the house, you getting rid of it. It's just not in the yeast is nowhere to be found in the house.
Yeah, it's almost like we're preparing for the day of the Lord. We're preparing for the you know, the end, just like these high holy days. When, you know, when the Day of Atonement is coming up, we kind of prepare ourselves for that. You know, we're not eating as much. We're, you know, may eat maybe 2 meals a day and then go down to 1 meal a day. So we're not just thrown in the fire.
Hydrating.
You know, like just like you said, like we gradually begin to remove yeast and things with yeast from our home. Not just the Passover is Friday, so Thursday night I'm
gonna eat up all the sounds.
Come on,
we're trying to already wean ourselves down to the level.
Yeah.
Which is what we're working into, coming into the time of the Lord, man. Cleaning ourselves up to where that day come, man. You know, we're looked at like, dang, they make some fast changes in their life.
We're not like Jake, the last minute Jake. That want to
spoon right before sundown.
They want to you know, crash before the day of the test.
Exactly.
It's like, you know, we building ourselves up.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's about growing. You gotta, when you come into this thing, you gotta grow in the faith. You don't stay stagnant. You don't come in and then, you know, the Lord allow you to take your little baby steps because you started as a babe. But it comes a point in time when you gotta grow up, man. You know, when you start to mature, you learn how to handle certain sacrifices. You know how to do without some at points. You know when to be uncomfortable, when to be, you know, not complacent. You see, you gotta grow. Okay. The scriptures say, grow in the knowledge. Desire the sincere milk that you may grow thereby.
Hebrews 5 and 12.
Yeah, because like the Lord said, strive to be perfect, even as your Father is perfect. So our job is to try to, even though we're not perfect, but we're supposed to attempt to become complete. You know, try to match up to the fullness of what He requires of us, man. And doing the bare minimum won't cut it. Not with the Lord. Okay. Go ahead.
Hebrews 5 and 12. For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of Yahweh, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat.
And that's why they had to, when the proselytes, the newcomers, when they was coming into the faith, the scribes and Pharisees was trying to bombard them with the law. They wasn't ready to keep all the law like that. That was too big of a burden upon them.
Too big of a hurdle to climb right away.
Yeah, exactly. They have to be given baby steps to train themselves into being able to keep it on that level. But they was like, no, you got to get circumcised right now. You got to go and do this, and nah, don't put the burden. You can't even keep it like that. And exactly. You know, so you got to sometimes have to be that way, but also you grow from those steps, and then you become a man. You mature. You start to gain experience. That's why we can talk about, like, when we prepare for the Day of Atonement or for the Passover. That comes from experiencing it multiple times, increasing and learning about it over the course of years. You know.
I want to bring something that a great account or testimony of how the apostles did us when we first came in. We first came in, we just kept the Sabbath. Whatever the new moon fell on, that's what we kept. But after a few years, they had us, okay, now the way we really supposed to be keeping it is there's double Sabbaths and things of that nature. We're like, whoa, wait, I got to go 2 days? Or a day is split and then, whoa. And so the way you see it now, we was keeping 1 a week, regardless when them, you know. I don't mean like when the new moon fell, but say if the last Sabbath was on a Thursday to Friday, and then the next one came in Saturday to Sunday, we skipped that last Thursday to Friday and went straight to the new moon. But now he has us, you know, they're edifying us to a point that we're ready to keep it. That last one on Thursday to Friday, and then do the skip or the double to that. So now we know to prepare when it's that back to back. We know to prepare the meat or the food or whatever we got to do for the house within them days leading up to that double Sabbath.
But now it ain't that learning curve no more.
Right. No,
You know, we close, so you know, newcomers coming in. Hey, this is what it is, and you can't get with it. Hey, you know there's consequences.
Yeah.
You know.
Figure it out.
Hebrews 5:13, for everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil.
Yeah, talking about the experience. All right, they done been through those trials. They done been through those spiritual battles. All right, they had time to grow. And now you know our apostles and elders, those are skillful men. You know, and we were disciples under them. You know, students, babes coming up under them, and you know, we had a certain level, but we're still not on that level. You know.
Not forget about those elder bishops.
The elder bishops up under the apostles, them too.
They still on a higher level than us. They would be humble enough to call themselves babes, but we know that they have greater experience in this thing that can't be, denied. Or not taken account of. They being directly years before us, decades before us, if you will, with the experience. So they're also great men to be led by through their experiences.
Yeah. And scriptures talk about being complete. What scripture is that? Where it says, where it talks about measuring up to his stature. Damn, where's that at, man?
You have more, Z?
I think that what the scripture says, not wanting.
James. You lack any? James 1 and 5?
No, not that one.
Not that one. You lack anything? So it's not like the 6th verse?
Wait, what is it? Have her perfect work? Not that.
No.
I think this might be Ephesians 4:13.
Read it. Yep.
Who got it?
Ephesians chapter 4, verse 13.
Start at like 10.
Verse 10. It says, he that descended is the same also that ascended up far above all heavens, that he might fill all things. And he gave some apostles, and some prophets, and some evangelists, and some pastors and teachers, for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Hamashiach, till we all come in the unity of the faith, and of the knowledge of the Son of the Most High, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Hamashiach.
See that? So that means that you got to strive to try to measure up, even though you know you're not going to you're not going to measure up to him. All right? So we got to strive to be basically complete. All right? Increasing in your knowledge, your virtue, your charity. All right? How we deal with one another.
Yeah.
Somebody look up that word for perfect. Look up perfect in the Greek.
When it says perfect, G5046, it says teleos, or teleos.
Project your voice a little bit.
Sorry, G5046, teleos, or teleos.
Uh-huh.
It says brought to its end finish, wanting nothing necessary to completeness, perfect. That which is perfect.
Hey.
Full grown, of full age, mature. Consummate human integrity and virtue.
Yep. So even your moral character, your integrity, you know, showing character. Like for example, you might suffer wrongfully at times. You might get cussed out wrongfully. It might have been something you didn't do, but the spirit is just getting on you anyway. This is a test on your integrity.
Yeah.
Are you gonna take the low and suffer wrongfully, or are you gonna do what this guy in Mississippi is doing right now?
Yeah. Can't let it go.
Become emotional.
He already failed the test.
Yeah.
That guy has no moral. He has no integrity. His character is completely in question now.
Yeah.
Because he's not going about it the way the Lord would have done it.
He's hurt. He's emotional.
Emotional.
Hey, yeah, when you in this truth, you got to throw all emotions out. You got to, because the book's going to give you all the instructions.
Right.
You know, and the book is right and you wrong. At the end of the day, you know, you go against what the book says, and the examples that's put forth in the book by Yahweh Shai, of course, the apostles, the disciples, the prophets, you know, our forefathers.
Man, Yahweh Shai went through what he went through without fault.
Right.
Yeah.
You in your tangent,
Talking about wrongful
and you
accused.
full of fault.
Yeah. Proving that you're full of fault because of how you responded to it.
Exactly.
There are people that respond that way, that you know, because the world will teach you, speak up for yourself, but not in this sense,
To
man.
always be defensive.
Yeah, not in this sense. This is nah. You probably got something somewhere they want you to take to examine yourself deeper with. It may not be what's being talked about, but you still have to get you to seriously deeper examine yourself.
And we always say, look at self-examination. Look at yourself. Okay, what did I do wrong? Why is the Most High putting me through this? And what does He want me to do?
Yep,
From here? Come.
Yep.
But what do niggas do? Point the finger.
Yep. Take the blame.
Yeah.
Take the blame off them and put it on somebody else's fault that I'm going through this. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, King David, prime example.
Yeah.
Yep.
When you wanna learn about true integrity, a man of character, man, King David, he was a perfect display of that. You had the King Saul was trying to take him out the game. And David, no matter how hard Saul was trying to eliminate him, he still maintained his integrity, and he still gave that man his respect, man.
And on top of that, his relationship with his son. He could have just been like, "Oh, this your daddy," like fuck you. You know?
Exactly.
He could have just said it. Because you know how Jake is in the world. You know, if a man and another man got beef, hey, that beef travels down to their kids.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, oh, your dad did this to me. We enemies for life.
Right.
Cousins do that in from the curses, man. You know, so like you're saying, that was full integrity right there.
Yeah. And then he even had his Jonathan's son when he after Saul and Jonathan passed. He had his son. His son was disabled. He had like a slithered foot. I think his name was